What's up, Planeteers? Time for a little Planeteer alert. It's come to my attention through a little bit of research that we may be spending quite a bit of money, about $1 billion, to make Lake Okeechobee's dike even taller than it already is. That way we don't have to let the ocean see the discharges. We can keep more water in there. Are you crazy? How much water fits in a 5-gallon bucket? 5 gallons worth. This sounds like a great solution if you want our children to deal with our problems the way that our parents did and our grandparents did. The problem is, it wasn't our parents and our grandparents' fault because they didn't know it was a problem, but we do. If we allow this to happen, then it will become our fault because we knew better. That's what we call apathy. We need to learn something from Hurricane Katrina, guys, because when we talk about building a dike even higher to hold more water, that's what we're doing. Is we're basically trying to design another catastrophe like Katrina showed us. When there's a leak in my house, I put a bucket on the ground. I don't sit there and put a bucket on top of a ladder to try to catch the leak quicker. Why? Because I would constantly be in fear that somebody is going to knock that over and that water is going to hurt somebody. I think that's all of our fears, right? Is South Florida sinking when that dike goes. That's why it's ranked as the #1 most suspicious little dike that could give at any time. Maybe we could spend half of that money to direct water flow south where it should go. I've been spending years of my life preserving the coral reef of Florida, the 3rd largest reef on the entire planet Earth. No matter what I do down here, it's still gonna die as long as those Everglades are choked. For 9,000 years, the Everglades have supplied that fresh water to trickle over our reef. That's what gives it the life that it has. We can't continue to live like the way that we're doing. And there's no reason why we can't change with the times. By putting a higher dike on Lake Okeechobee, you are putting a bucket on a ladder trying to catch trying to catch a leak coming in your house. I get so emotional on this, I'm getting caught up for words, guys, because this sounds absolutely crazy. And we've saw what the Army Corps of Engineers have done for our great state environmentally wise. So why would we want to put our trust in them to make the right decision again for us when they haven't shown us the right decision yet? Maybe we need to take that cash out of people's pockets that are using it in the wrong way and try to use it in the right way. It is quite possible to sit there and take the same land that those evil sugar farmers offered to sell the government before the recession. All of Florida agreed with it. Now all of a sudden we forgot about it. The dike does not need to be higher. We need to let that flow go south as it naturally should. Then we won't have an algae problem. And we won't have a whole state scared and its southern half of it could be underwater the next time a storm rolls through. I don't know if you guys noticed, but we live in a bit of a hurricane alley. I'm from the tornado alley in Kansas, and we tend to be a little bit prepared for our weather. I think that we should do the same here, guys. By building a lake, a dike that makes a taller lake where there isn't supposed to be one. People call it a lake, but we have built it into a reservoir. I'm not changing what I said from the first video. I know what a reservoir means, and we use it like one. We use it more for the management of flooding, which is great, but we haven't been doing a very great job at it. So maybe we should, guys. Keep those chins up. Make sure we know what's going on out there. And thank you to the person who brought a little bit of light on this issue. I think this is one great example of what we can do now is get informed so we know the right ways to vote, guys. Let's not vote like a donkey or an elephant. Vote like a human being that's trying to protect its water for its children. Love you, Florida. God bless you.